Most private campgrounds we stay at have coin-operated washer and dryers. However, our current campground has a nice service which I think makes a lot of sense both for the campground and for the patrons. They offer washers which are free, but with the stipulation that they're cold water only. They also don't have dryers, but they have clotheslines where you can hang your clothes up in the sun to dry. That makes a lot of sense since the most expensive part of washing and drying is the hot water and the dryer. So for just the price of some cold water and some electricity to run the washer itself, they're able to provide a nice free service for their patrons without incurring too much cost themselves. This is Will Buchanan reporting for the Walk for Liberty. Today is June 29th, 2008, day 77. It's just passable. It's okay. This seems to be a separate little community a couple miles outside of Missoula. It still doesn't feel completely unbearable since it's dry. There's a wide variety in how expensive the houses seem to be, though. I don't know if that had anything to do with this. Or perhaps not. That guy doesn't seem to care as much, though. This is my house, not yours. Hey, why don't I have a speed? I guess the government discriminates against pedestrians. This is the first day in quite a while that I'm going to be walking the entire several hours without somebody coming in the car to allow me to sit down and take a break for a little bit. So I have to make my own breaks. I may not have speed, but I am still trying to kick my coke habit, and it's hard. Cue the sad Snoopy music. How exactly can you injure a sign? Can you hurt its feelings too? Oh, maybe I just did. Sorry, sign. One observation John made to me a while back is that almost all government signs seem to be negative, telling you you can't do this or you can't do that. In contrast, signs that private businesses put up are usually positive, either inviting you into their store or in some other way promoting the benefits of their product or service. Even offering free samples or other amenities to encourage you to come. I would generalize John's statement slightly by saying that nearly all government signs are orders. Well, thank goodness for that. Either telling you something which you are not allowed to do, as he observed, or commanding you about something which you must do. And I agree with him that in contrast, signs put up by private businesses are mostly positive, encouraging you to purchase their products or services. There's a very simple explanation for the difference between these two types of signs. The former are put up by an organization which operates on an involuntary basis. The latter are displayed by organizations which operate on a voluntary basis. With government, you have no real choice as to whether or not to interact with it. The people in government demand that you must interact with them and obey their laws, even though you did not agree to them. Indeed, if you do fail to obey the orders of one of their signs, or otherwise break one of their laws, Then, depending on the seriousness of your offense, you will probably be ordered to pay a fine, which you did not agree to. And if you don't pay that, then you will probably eventually be thrown into jail. Because government operates through force, it is all about control. Because people in government know they have that force at their disposal, they have no incentive to be nice to you. Therefore, their signs are also designed to be controlling, telling you what the people in government either do or don't want you to do. In stark contrast to government, private businesses operate on a completely voluntary basis. Because they don't utilize force, in order to do business with you, they must encourage you to voluntarily agree to it. For example, in order for a grocery store to sell you something, you must voluntarily walk into their store, voluntarily pick up a product off their shelves, and then voluntarily pay for it at the cash register. Because they have no control over you during that entire process, their signs, in contrast to governments, are designed to be friendly, helpful, and appealing. People in government know you must do business with them. They think you have no choice to go anywhere else, so they have no incentives to be friendly or helpful. And they have no incentive to leave you feeling satisfied. A private business owner knows, however, that if you're not satisfied, you can go to his competition the next time. Therefore, it's in his best interest to provide you with the best product or service at the best price possible, so that you will be satisfied and want to do business with him again in the future. I walked over 18 miles at around a 17-minute pace. Here's my location. This is Will Buchanan for blog.walkforliberty.com, signing off.